going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, sports family. Thank you for joining us on Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. I'm your host, Joseph Hadid. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, February 10th, 2023, 2 days before Super Bowl 57. Ladies and gentlemen, that will take place at State Farm Stadium, home of the Arizona Cardinals, between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Ladies and gentlemen, I am ecstatic and hyped. So let's go, Eagles. Let's get that chant ready. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Let's go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am hype. It is TGIF. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get you to Super Bowl 57, we're going to recap the top sports news that happened this past week. And we're going to start off, ladies and gentlemen, with some NBA news. Yes, congratulations to LeBron James, as he now surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. But why is this such a big deal? So again, LeBron did surpass that, but why is it such a big deal? Well, sports is obsessed with milestones to measure greatness, often to its own determinant. But some milestones truly mean something and are a culmination of an athlete's whole career. On Tuesday night, going into Wednesday morning in India, of course, LeBron James became the all-time leading scorer in the National Basketball Association, surpassing a record held by the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar since 1984. Needing 36 points to pass Kareem in the game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, LeBron reached that mark in the third quarter with a fadeaway jumper over two defenders, scoring his 38,388 points in the process. Considered to be one of the greatest players to ever pick up a basketball, LeBron James has won 4 NBA titles, competing in a total of 10 NBA finals. He has a career average of 27.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 7.3 assists, having played 1,409 games over a 20-year-long career that started in 2003. This season, at the age of 38, LeBron has defied age and expectations, averaging 30, 8.5, and 7.1 for the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, somebody else also made some history this past week in the NBA. Congratulations to Chris Paul. He makes history on Tuesday night. Chris Paul made NBA history during Tuesday's game between the Phoenix Suns and Brooklyn Nets. On Tuesday evening, the Phoenix Suns, ladies and gentlemen, that is, are in New York, taking on the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. During the game, Chris Paul made NBA history, as he is now the 4th player ever to record 2,500 career steals. The only 3 players with more steals are Michael Jordan, of course, Jason Kidd, and John Stockton. Paul is in his 18th season in the NBA and will one day be a first ballot into the Hall of Fame. The 12-time All-Star is in his 3rd year playing for the Suns and has helped them turn around the entire franchise. Before Paul arrived in the year 2020-2021 season, the Suns had been on a 10-year playoff drought. In 2021, they made the NBA Finals, and last season they had the best record in the league, everybody recalls, losing to the Dallas Mavericks, of course, during the regular season, which they posted 64-18, but they lost to the Dallas Mavericks as we speak. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Suns are tied with the Dallas Mavericks, speaking of the Mavericks, for the 5th seed in the Western Conference with a 29-26 record in 55 games. Paul is averaging 13.8 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 8.6 assists per contest. All right, let's talk about the Super Bowl. We got some Super Bowl new coverage here, ladies and gentlemen, and Michael Irvin, ladies and gentlemen, is in hot water. Well, I don't know. I mean, should we say hot water? I mean, is that the appropriate word to say, or is he just in big trouble? All right. So, with that being said, former Cowboys star Michael Irvin was part of the NFL. Well, actually, ladies and gentlemen, this past week, Michael Irvin gets pulled off the NFL Network coverage after reported of misconduct towards a woman. So again, former Cowboys star Michael Irvin was part of the NFL Network's Super Bowl coverage on Monday night, but he won't take part in any other Super Bowl coverage going forward after being pulled from the network following an alleged complaint about his conduct. According to the Dallas Morning News, a woman at Irvin's hotel made a complaint about the Pro Football Hall of Famer following an encounter with him on Sunday. It's not exactly clear what happened during the encounter. The NFL media did confirm that Irvin has been pulled from its coverage of the Super Bowl this week. Although NFL Network didn't offer any specific details about the incident, Irvin has been busy telling his side of the story. The three-time Super Bowl winner told the Dallas Morning News that he's not sure why he's being punished. According to Irvin, he did briefly speak to a woman in his hotel lobby on Sunday, but the entire encounter lasted less than a minute. Yeah. So that's the latest news on Michael Irvin. All right, let's talk some NHL hockey, ladies and gentlemen. Walsh will be leaving the Biden cabinet for NHL union. U.S. Labor Secretary Marty Walsh is expected to leave the Biden administration to run the National Hockey League Players Association, according to two people familiar with his plans. The Hockey Players Union has been searching for a new executive director to take over for Don Furr, who had been in charge for more than a decade. An associate spokesperson had no official update on the situation when it reached Tuesday. A serious fan of the Boston Bruins, Walsh showed an encyclopedic knowledge of the sport in videos posted online during his tenure from 2014 to 2021 as the mayor of Boston. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we have some information on all you need to know about the rumored baseball team in North Carolina. Now, you guys have heard that there is rumors that North Carolina wants to create a baseball team. Let's give you the details on that. So, there could be a Charlotte Major League Baseball expansion team. Question marks are buzzing all over your heads, I believe, right? So rumors are beginning to spread that the league may indeed be interested in bringing a franchise to the North Carolina city within the next few years. But how grounded are these rumors? Fans from Vancouver to Nashville to Las Vegas have all heard the rumors of expansions to their respective cities in recent years, only to be disappointed. Major League Baseball's commissioner, Rob Medford, that is, you already know who he is, has said that he intends to expand the team to include 32 teams, an increase of 2 franchises from the current number that is currently 30 teams, in Major League Baseball. There will be, ladies and gentlemen, there will also reportedly be a $2 billion entry fee for new teams entering the league. Rick Curtay, a media consultant and business leader, is leading the charge for the Charlotte MLB expansion. He claims that Charlotte has proven its ability to draw large crowds that are big enough to sustain another major sports franchise in the city. So with that being said, folks, are we looking at maybe the Oakland Athletics leaving finally the city of Oakland and maybe going down to North Carolina? But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I think the Oakland Athletics are still stuck on Las Vegas more than anything, but it'll be interesting how this is going to be brought about nonetheless. All right, we have some behind the scenes look at how the pitch timer works A lot of people have been asking me, how's the pitch timing going to work as Major League Baseball season approaches? And ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, can you believe spring training is right here before you know it? I just found out the Phillies are starting to prepare for spring training, while the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs are wrapping up the NFL season with Super Bowl 57 this upcoming weekend. Wow, folks, where has the offseason really gone? I feel like it was a short offseason. Well, for the Phillies it was. You know, I mean, they just came off a World Series berth against the Houston Astros, where they did lose in 6 games. But, folks, I'll tell you what, the offseason travels fast. All right, with that being said, though, the pitch timer is 15 seconds with the bases empty. 20 seconds with runners on base. The timer starts the moment the pitcher receives the ball and stops the moment he goes into his motion. The FTC must also be the arbiter of when the 30-second timer between batters begins. If, for example, there's a base hit into to the outfield, the timer won't start until the ball is thrown into the infield. And as noted above, after a homer, it begins when the guy who went deep touches home plate. All right, let's talk some Major League Soccer news here, ladies and gentlemen. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I think that's Aubameyang, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for mispronouncing that name, set for Chelsea exit as the MLS transfer agreed amid Champions League snub. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang short spell at Chelsea appears to be coming to a close, as reports claim that an exit is on the cards as a transfer has been agreed. It comes after a tough few months for the Gabon international striker since moving to Stamford Bridge from Barcelona. The 33-year-old has made 11 appearances in the Premier League, scoring just once and most recently featuring from the bench. His struggle since was summed up when he was omitted from the Champions League squad to make room for new additions to the side in the next round. And ladies and gentlemen, how about this NBA trade deadline? Oh my God, look at the moves. You know, you're talking about Kyrie Irving going to the Mavericks, folks. You're talking about Mr. Hart, ladies and gentlemen, reuniting. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of reuniting, Josh Hart, ladies and gentlemen, is joining the Knicks along with Jalen Brunson. And this past week, folks, Jalen Brunson was ecstatic. He was excited when his former college teammate, because they used to play college basketball together, now they are reuniting as part of the New York Knicks organization, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk about an NBA trade deadline. I mean, I'll tell you what, folks, I kid you not. The NBA trade deadline probably got more noise and more attraction than the Super Bowl week in its entirety, folks. Like everybody kind of forgot about Super Bowl week because everybody was focused on the moves that were being made before the NBA trade deadline, which did end yesterday at 3 p.m., I believe, Eastern Standard Time. But ladies and gentlemen, look at this blockbuster trade that was being announced. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I was shocked. Who saw this coming? And by the way, well, let's talk about it. I keep rambling here. NBA's Phoenix Suns, ladies and gentlemen, are acquiring Kevin Durant in a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. So, yes, this is the blockbuster news I was talking about. And folks, Kevin Durant has confirmed that, well, he was wearing number 7, I believe, with the Brooklyn Nets. He has now decided that he'll be wearing number 35 for the Phoenix Suns. That will be his new jersey, his new number jersey. Well, his jersey number. That'll be his new jersey number, as now he is a new member of the Phoenix Suns. But ladies and gentlemen, talk about this lineup though. You have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul. I mean, it's goosebumps, folks. So NBA superstar forward Kevin Durant is headed to the Phoenix Suns in a blockbuster trade, folks, from the Brooklyn Nets. U.S. media reported on Wednesday the Nets were trading Durant and T.J. Warren in exchange for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Jay Crowder, and 4 first-round draft picks, according to U.S. outlets, including ESPN, which cited unnamed sources. The move on the eve of the NBA's trade deadline on Thursday, which, again, we did mention it ended at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, follows Brooklyn's trade of Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks on Sunday, folks. Well, this past Sunday. After Irving, ladies and gentlemen, requested that move. Yes, he demanded it, and he wanted that move, folks. And now he is playing alongside Luka Doncic. How incredible is that? The 34-year-old, ladies and gentlemen, had reportedly grown frustrated with the direction of the franchise, who were swept in the first round of last season's playoffs despite having the star duo of Durant and Irving. In August, it became clear that Durant would remain in Brooklyn, but the club got off to a chaotic start to the season. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, it's insane. It's insane. It is incredibly insane. This trade deadline was one for the ages. I'll tell you that much. Folks, it has been a blessing, and it's been very, very enjoyable that you guys are being a part of us on our YouTube channel, interacting, sharing it out, liking it, subscribing, all the 411. You guys are definitely growing Worldwide Sport Updates, and it's definitely much appreciated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until then, that is all for this week. I will see you next Friday's recorded podcast. Enjoy the Super Bowl, folks. 2 days before Super Bowl 57, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourself a great weekend. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Hit the like button again. Subscribe to our weekly sports updates, Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. Your host, Joey Hadid, for all the latest sports updates that you may have missed here on our YouTube channel for the latest. Till then, sports family, stay blessed. Go Birds! And let's bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Philadelphia. Philly, Philly, dilly, dilly. You already know, folks. Take it easy, stay blessed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully next week with Philadelphia celebrating with possibly a parade, huh? And from what I've been hearing, though, the parade could possibly be a Wednesday or Thursday after the Super Bowl. Yeah, so we'll talk about that a little bit more. All right, folks, take it easy. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.